It is time for the August Pack leak, the second deck coming in the August Pack, the much requested, the highly anticipated. People have been begging for this deck. A lot of people want this. It is...
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Raid Raptor. Raid Raptor is coming into the August Pack. I'm going to show you a one-card combo. I'm going to show you how influential the deck is in the TCG, the OCG, some deck lists that have topped some tournaments, what's new, what's good. So if you want to quickly see all that, stay tuned as we one-card combo with the Tribute Lanius. Tribute Lanius is here. We're going to send a Raid Raptor from the deck to the grave. We're going to send the Fuzzy Lanius. Now, the Fuzzy Lanius will lock you into Raid Raptor monsters only, as it then, when sent to the graveyard, searches for another Fuzzy Lanius, which could then be special summoned onto the field. All right? So we're not going to be able to make some other plays of non-Raid Raptors. We're going to summon that. Now we're going to go into the Raider's Knight. Raider's Knight is going to rank up Xyz into the Raid Raptor Brave Strix. This will be detaching a material to search your deck for a rank up magic spell. So let's do that. Detach a material, grabbing the rank up Skip Force. Skip Force is going to be skipping up 2 ranks onto our Xyz. Activate it, ranking up into the Arsenal Falcon. Arsenal Falcon will summon from the deck a Norlanius. Norlanius will be searching our deck for something like a Heal Eagle. Anything that would be summonable onto the field would be good here. So we're going to summon the Heal Eagle. Then we're going to link off from the Arsenal Falcon and another monster in the field into a Y-Strix. Now that's going to trigger and chain link block the Y-Strix as it's summoning a monster from the deck so it cannot be ashed. And when the Falcon is sent to the graveyard with a material, it's going to summon an unaffected from all other card effects Ultimate Falcon. And then it's going to gain an Xyz material. Now, this is where things could get hairy. If you activate this effect right now, you detach a material, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects for the rest of the turn. That's it, boom, no hand traps. But if you leave it as a material and you don't activate it, there's another card we could do based off of this one-card combo. Okay, so we're going to leave the material for now. The Y-Strix is going to summon from the deck a Mimicry Lanius. We want it in the graveyard. It's also negated, so it's going to summon a monster from the deck that we're going to activate a card in the graveyard with whatever we summon. So that's what we want to summon. And because a Raid Raptor card was activated of an Xyz, that will trigger the effect to set from the deck the Rise Up, Rank Up Magic Raid Raptor's Force, a very powerful card. Holy moly, it's nuts. Then we're going to Xyz into the 4-Strix, detach the monster we summon from the deck, searching for the Strangle Lanius. Now, we're going to be able to use the Strangle Lanius to reborn a monster from the grave only because we control an Xyz with an Xyz material being an Xyz. An Xyz material. Only then we could reborn a monster from the grave. Now, if you want, you could detach a material off this, it's fine. Now, because we have this in the graveyard that we summoned for the deck, it was negated, it's going to search our deck for the Roost. The Roost, if we summon an Xyz Raid Raptor, it will allow us to search our deck for a card. This is a negate. Negate any card on the field. All right? The Roost could also draw a card. So this is an additional card, grabbing the Raider's Wing. This is not even needed for the combo. It's just additional card. We're going to use the Roost, return 3 cards that are banished or in the graveyard back in the deck to draw 1. Now, this is all one-card combo, and this is where it's going to get really spicy. Are you ready? Let's go. Burn for 1,000 the end phase, sure. Ooh, 6 cards in the hand? Okay. They're going to summon a Long Yun plus a token, and then this is, holy moly, the Raid Raptor Force Rank Up Magic. We're going to target a Rank 4 Xyz in the field, a Rank 4 Xyz in the graveyard, and a Rank 5 Xyz in the graveyard. You're going to add all the numbers up, a 4, a 4, and a 5. What does that get you? 13. We're combining them together to summon the unstoppable Rising Rebellion Falcon, unaffected by other card effects. It says it's 4,000 attack, but it's actually going to be 5,300 attack. And on summon, destroy everything. All of your opponent's cards, that is, not your own. Unaffected, destroy all of your opponent's freaking cards. Wipe the field. And the Roost also triggers, sure. Wipe that field. 5,300, unaffected. 3,500, unaffected. Unaffected, unaffected. All right, we still have other disruptions here. If you didn't catch that, the Y-Strix triggered to set a Rank Up Magic Force from the deck because a Raid Raptor Xyz activated effect. So this will be ranking up into the Rank 6. So from 4 to 6 on summon, pop a card in the field, wipe it out, get burning. And what else do we have here? Clasia into Mo Yi. We're going to reveal. Sure, we have a negate. So that's a negate. So we have fully wipe the field, unaffected, pop a monster, negate anything from a 1-card combo. 1 card, nothing else needed. And then pretty much from there we win. If you kept the Ultimate Falcon Exceeds material, you detach it now, and that's it. They can't activate anything. Can't Nibiru, can't chain anything. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, super lethal damage. And if you don't lock yourself into the Fuzzy Lanius, the fuzzy one, you're then able to summon a card like Rusty. So when you summon a Dark Exceeds to where it's pointing to, it could then pop a card in the field. And also, if you're not locked into Raid Raptors only through the Fuzzy. So Fuzzy, it's like kind of like your last resort if this is what you need for like a 1-card combo play. You could also summon very easily, instead of the rank 6 that pops a monster, you could summon the Dark Requiem Exceeds Dragon, which has 1 negate, 2 negate, 3 negate. 3 monster negates plus the Rusty pop instead of just pop a monster with the rank 6. But we used Fuzzy Lannis for that. Now, how good is this deck? I copied a YCS topping deck list to even have this deck I'm showcasing to you. So let's look over onto Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta. All right, on Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta, we could, first go to any deck type by clicking on deck type here, Raid Raptor, but we also want to go to the tier list. So Raid Raptor here, we could look at TCG, OCG, or Master Duel. If we go onto the tier list here, the last month of TCG, let's see, Control F, Raid, 2 months, Raid Raptor, there. 1 person did well with Raid Raptor in the TCG within the last 2 months. That's fine. Okay, let's do OCG. Anything in the last month? Let's see. Raid Raptor, no. 2 months, let's see. Raid Raptor. Okay, so within 2 months of both the TCG and OCG, a Raid Raptor topped both different formats. But it still has a decent amount of tops if you go further beyond 2 months. I'm not trying to say the deck's bad, but I don't think it's going to be a super top tier deck. It's going to be a fun deck to reach Master with, possibly even Master 1, I think. So I'm excited for this deck. It's a lot of fun. So if we scroll on over to best decks, here are pretty much all the tops it's had, within these months. You could see top 32 of a YCS. This is the deck list I copied that has the Rusty and has the triple monster negate. That's pretty cool. It's got first place of a regional. I guess it only topped 1 YCS. Here's a 400-player tournament if you want to copy that. Now, the TCG is playing the deck differently than OCG. The OCG is playing a deck that plays better going second than just doing well going first. Because we saw that 1-card combo going first and it was incredible, it was great. But play testing the deck myself, I struggled going second. If they ever were disrupting my Raid Raptor, the rank up one, the Raider's Knight, or the Strix that was searching for the rank up spell, I was struggling. So to get around that struggle, they are playing Cattle Call. And they're playing a bunch of the other rank up spells. The rank up Raid Force, the rank up Other Force. So, it's looking kind of like this. 43 cards here, Cattle Call. I'll tell you why they're playing Cattle Call. So here are the deck lists. It is looking definitely different. So why are they playing it like this? So with the Cattle Call, they are using Cattle Call to summon a rank 7 Exceeds with no materials. And it also helps you dodge disruption because it's a quick effect. So if they're trying to negate you with the targeting effect, dodge it by chaining the Cattle Call. But also, it is for King Kali Yuga. And I looked up multiple combos and guides, and especially how this deck was played. They're not naturally summoning Kali Yuga. They're going through the normal line of setting up the Rebellion Falcon. They're wiping out the entire field. It's only when they have Cattle Call is when they're whipping out the Kali Yuga into that. Or they're Kali Yugaing on the next turn follow-up. Because what this does is, during your main phase, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you could banish this card to reborn your rank 7 Exceeds, and then you could Kali Yuga with that if you have a card to make a play with that. But, so, there you go. Raid Raptor. Raid Raptor, here's the breakdown in TCG. Here's the breakdown in OCG, where they're playing the deck at a lot more cards than the TCG. And Raid Raptor it up. This is the best card that I'm looking forward to. It also has an additional effect. Detach 3 materials, target a Raid Raptor Exceeds in the graveyard, then gain that monster's effects. So you could gain the Raid Raptor that summons a Raid Raptor from the deck. That's a pretty cool one to copy. And otherwise, just wipe the field on the opponent's turn or wipe it on your turn. If you wipe it on your turn, it's going to be 5,300 field wipe unaffected plus the 3,500. That's 8,000 damage after a field wipe completely unaffected if you could pull it off and not get disrupted on your way towards doing it. So Raid Raptor, that's what people are excited for. Let me sort by release to see what exactly are the new Raid Raptor cards. Raid Raptor, the new cards start where? This is old. This is this, right? It's 7 cards. So the Glorious Bright, this is the negate. This is the card that goes into the unaffected field wipe. This is a draw plus a search and return your cards back in the deck. This is a monster that can search a monster, then summon that monster onto the field. This one's really good. This one can special summon itself plus another Raid Raptor from the hand. So that's crazy. So if you just have this and you could search another Raid Raptor, boom, special summon this plus another Raid Raptor. And then you already saw this. This is how you get to the 7. And then this is the 5,300 when equipped with this. Wipe the field, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Nuts. I had a lot of fun play testing with this. I'm excited to play this deck when it comes out. Let's go.